set up here. And yeah, don't have my shit together. Also need to make sure that my volume is working. Okay, my volume is working. It's hit or miss sometimes, you know. Oy. So, good morning, everybody. I know I'm day late. I felt like shit yesterday, so here I am today. Hopefully, everybody's good this morning. Oy. I should have been more ready for this. Oy. Oh well. That's how it goes some days. Good morning, Snow White. How are you? Feel like I should be more awake, but my goodness. Already lagging this morning. Oh well. At least it's supposed to be nice out. Hi, Shadow. Thank you, Snow White. Supposed to be in the 40s today. That is warm for Michigan. Super warm. Supposed to be in the 50s tomorrow. Then it's supposed to snow again. All right. Not too bad. How are you doing this morning? Hey, Doyle. I love you. It's good to see you. Yep, I know. I seen that Snow White. Supposed to get in the 50s here tomorrow, so thank you, O'Doyle. Hopefully you're good. How's work going? That's true. Can't disagree with that, Snow White. Has it not snowed there yet, Shadow? Excuse me. Yep, I get that, O'Doyle. So, I've had them jobs. It's money, but it ain't what I want to do. I went through that for a long. Yeah, Snow White, I want summer back too. Not that I hate snow, it's just we've had plenty of it already this year. We've had more snow this year in Michigan than the entire time I've been back in the state. So definitely ready for the warmer weather. Supposed to be, see, see, if the temperature drop wasn't so ridiculous here, it wouldn't be bad, but it keeps me sick. Because it's supposed to go from, well, 47 today, 50 tomorrow, and drop right back down to 32 for a high on Saturday. And just kind of stay there. We got a special weather statement because it's foggy and the roads are still frozen. How's the weather there, O'Doyle? Are you guys getting any kind of warm up or is it just cold? Yeah, thank you, Snow White. That's very true. Yeah, that's not too bad, O'Doyle. This is the first day we've had fog in quite a while. And it's just because of the snow melting and the air's warm. Happens every year around here. A lot worse of the spring, though. The fog ain't half as bad as it used to be around here. Okay. I used to live in Bowling Green, so I know Ohio pretty well. I don't know what they're doing upstairs, but they're starting to drive me crazy. Hmm. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. I used to live. Well, at one point I lived in two places downtown, and then I moved just outside of Big Rapids for a couple of years. I worked at the college, so oh, I know where you are. Yep, you're not far from Bowling Green at all. I have a friend that still lives there. So all I keep hearing is click, 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 thump above my head and happened since about 4 o'clock this morning. Yep, I worked both in Big Rapids and in Perrysburg. Or Big Rapids. My goodness. Bowling Green. So I prefer Bowling Green though. I like it more when the kids are out of uh, school for the summer though. It quiets down a bit then. So, but yeah. And O'Doyle, to answer your question about why the agent had a pistol instead of a taser, you think you're going to stop a person running you over in the car with a taser? No, for sure. And a lot less crime. So, them college kids being up to no good like crazy. No, but the thing is, if you hit somebody with electricity that already has their foot on the gas, it's just going to make them press the gas harder. When somebody turns their car into a weapon, which is essentially what she did, she aimed for the officer standing in front of the car and nailed the gas as hard as she could. The only reason she didn't get anywhere is because she couldn't gain traction on the snow and ice. The agent that she hit is in the hospital. You need to watch again Snow White because the agent was standing right in front of the car and she turned her wheels towards him. I've got it on shorts on my channel and it slowed down. You can see where the officer's standing off to the side and you can see her turn her wheels towards him. Yeah, she ran him over. That's what the mainstream media fails to tell you. Yeah, when they did the announcement last night, yeah, he's in the hospital recovering. It wasn't like she missed him or anything. He didn't even fire the first shot until the car made contact with his body. She drug him. You could see in the video clearly his feet sliding when she first hits him. He was injured by the car, O'Doyle. I'm sure shooting somebody wasn't good for his mental health, but he was there because he got ran over. He has injuries from the car hitting him. But if you listen to everybody else's, the liberal and Democrats talk about it, they make you believe that she was just sitting there, didn't move, and they just shot her for no good reason. It was unprovoked. She didn't do anything wrong. She wasn't sitting there blocking the roadway. She didn't try to speed away from the ICE officers, or she didn't try to turn her wheel to run anybody over. She was just innocent. That's what the Democrats want you to believe in the mainstream media. You know how many times I've watched that video and you can clearly see the minute that car makes impact with that officer and the first shot is fired because you can see the gas plume from the weapon. Yeah, it's super sad, but you can't use your car as a deadly weapon and expect to walk away with it from it. That's just, it doesn't matter if it was an ICE agent state cop, a patrol cop, or a regular county cop, they all would have done the same exact thing. Hi, Lucy. Good morning. They all would have pulled their weapons and used lethal force because at that time she was using lethal force against them. Of course, they're not going to show it, Snow White. Look at the short that I posted this morning on my page. Because Megyn Kelly slows it down, way down, and you can see exactly what happened. That officer never even pulled his gun until she started moving, and he never even fired until the car made contact with him. If I thought, yeah, no problem. If I thought that the ICE officer, the ICE agent who shot, was using excessive force in any way, I would say so. But it's not excessive force when you're scared for your life and somebody's running you over. It's not excessive force in any way, and any other officer in any other situation would have done the same thing. Well, first off, what they failed to tell you is this woman followed them around all day. When you see the video, you can see her car sitting, blocking traffic so the ICE agents can't get through, which is impeding traffic. They yelled, that ICE agent yelled 3 times for her to get out of her car and even tried to pull the car door open because at that point they had a right to arrest her. And that's when she took off and tried to hit the other officer. That's when when he fired. And then Waltz and them want to say ICE is terrorizing people. No, what you calling ICE modern day Gestapo and telling people to go out and make a scene that's getting people killed. But you don't want to admit that because that don't fit your narrative. And that's the facts of the matter, because the Democrats ain't been running this, little campaign against Trump and ICE actually doing their jobs and deporting illegal immigrants. None of this would have happened in the first frickin' place. The ICE agents wouldn't have to wear masks because nobody would be doxing them. Nobody would be trying to kill them. People would be living their fucking lives at work instead of being paid to protest. The only reason any of this shit is happening is because Trump. They hate Trump so bad that they can't see the light of day. Period. They say it's Trump's fault that this lady got offed. Well, not offed, but what happened. How is it Trump's fault? Who's the one out there screaming Gestapo and Nazi Germany and all this shit? Because it's not Trump at all. It's all the Democrats. Every single one you want to put on, all they have to talk about is Trump. They had nothing to say when Obama was doing the same shit. How come they called him the chief the deporter in chief? You know that Obama deported over 3 million people out of this country, and there was not one protest. There was not one incident of anybody getting hurt except the people that he willingly blew up, which included American citizens. So yeah. What, it's okay for Obama to do it, but it's not okay for Trump to do it? Hey, Trey, how are you today? I mean, that's all it is. If Obama or Joe Biden would have done that, hold on a second. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I had to take that. Hi, Nightmare. Nice to see you. Hi, Zombie. How are you this morning? Oi. Well, I did get a call from the government, but it wasn't Donald Trump. Oi. I'm okay, thank you. My phone never rings unless I'm live. Ever. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? Oi. Thank you. How are you this morning? It sure looks brighter on the camera. Nightmare. Nope. I turn my ringer off. If I try to go to sleep, I turn my ringer off. That's not happening. I hardly ever sleep, so if I'm going to lay down, I'm not getting bothered by my phone. Boy. So, it got all quiet. They've been thumping all the morning, and all of a sudden it got all quiet. Yeah. No, I understand that completely, O'Doyle. Been there, done that. Try working 24 hours and try not to fall asleep on guard duty. Tell you, that's some of the most boring work in the Army. for the most part, and you could get so much trouble for falling asleep while you're doing it. Awesome, Trey. Hopefully you're having fun. I'm waiting for it to warm up above freezing. Because I have to go out, but I'm not going out until it warms up. Just a little. It's not as cold here as it's been, for sure. Is it Nightmare? Well, gorillas are cool. That's cool. I don't go to zoos. I don't think it's very savory to keep big animals locked up in little enclosures. Oh, yeah. I remember her movie. I can't even say the name right, but so yeah, I know zombie, but my problem is it's still an enclosure and they're still there just to be ogled at by humans for no reason. It's not what God intended them to do. He intended them to be out in the nature, out in the open, wild, not stuck in cages so people can look. Yeah, I know, Trey. Cheers, Steve. How are you? That's scary, Nightmare. I, I don't know. See, that's my problem. Oh, but O'Doyle. Hope you're having a good day and a good new year too, Chief. Thanks for stopping in. What? Guess what from Chief is always something good. Awesome, Chief. Congratulations. I'm getting close to 2,000. So I've almost gotten 1,000 subs in 2.5 weeks. So yeah, It's not easy. I'm at 1,837 now. When I went live on Monday night, I was I just hit 1,700. So awesome, Chief. Congratulations. You guys crack me up, the zoo talk. Well, yeah, that's what you were saying, Sabi. You should do that. For sure. That would be awesome. I'll look at this. I hate being blind. You guys are. Oh boy. Yeah, they gotta do a go of that incident out. And it definitely shows that she ran over the ICE officer and that he never didn't even have his weapon out until she hit the gas. So oh, you cracked me up, zombie. How are the humans in your life? Uh, Unfortunately, I haven't had anybody in here for you to eat today. At all. Which is pretty good for over a half an hour in. Can't say I didn't get any calls, but I can say I didn't get any calls to go anywhere. Yeah, they annoy me too, zombie. uh, yeah, so yeah, autocorrect sucks. I swear mine's out to get me viciously. So I had to turn mine off because it kept trying to use a word that I've never used in all my sentences. And I was like, nope, because I'm not going to not pay attention to that and accidentally call somebody a nasty name. Well, you can always, like, check, make sure everything's right, but I need a new phone. Like, yeah, my autocorrect is very, um, very creative with the words that it'll come up with. Yeah, that helps. That always helps, so. Not me. Yeah, my neighbors must have left. Or not. I spoke too soon. I'll just take it out today. uh, I'm always up to no good. Quietly. Well, sometimes quietly. Yep. That's how it goes sometimes. You have to be up to no good. You know, if you can't be good at it. Especially on YouTube. I almost got my first strike because YouTube didn't like something I said. So, that's a good one. Some people make pretty good points sometimes. Few and far between, but oh yeah, the people in Iran are overthrowing their government. They've had enough. Or overthrowing the regime that's running their government anyway. Like they don't even have weapons and they're pushing them out with rocks and just anything they can find. So, well, there ain't nothing wrong with that. If people ain't being treated right by their government, like Iran is a communist government. Everybody's poor. Everybody get, if you disagree with anything said over there, you get killed. Hurry back, zombie. uh, so it's like if any of these millennials would even take 5 minutes to study what goes on in communist societies or in countries, they sure as hell would never ask for it here. If they've seen the things that go on in them countries, it wouldn't even be a question. But throughout the years, our, you know, liberal, now turning, what do you call it? Extreme? Turning stupid, basically. Now they think socialism's the answer. Not my America. Oy. Man, sucks that football season's over. I'm gonna miss that. But I'll be happy when it gets warm. It's the only good thing about football season being over is it means it's just a couple more, like a month or two of cold weather, then it usually gets warm. We'll see though. We've had snow in June here. So I'm not sure if they're out there plowing something or tearing something down. They're doing something. So it warms up. I'm gonna go outside. I got things to do, a few things to do outside, so might as well go out there while the weather is warm and it's not raining because it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. We'll have to see, Benjer. Depends on who they're playing against. I haven't looked. So we'll see. It's possible. Good morning. How are you? You just kind of snuck in there with that one. Like, I can't disagree, but I don't know who they're playing, so we'll see. I know who they're not playing. They're not playing the Chiefs and they're not playing Detroit. So Kansas City's season this year was something else. We finished 9-8, and I think they finished worse than we did. And then Travis Kelce retired. So, and I know that Mahomes had a bad knee injury. So we'll have to see how that works out for them next season. Yep. I know that Detroit's looking for a new offensive coordinator. I knew that was happening right when the season was over because Campbell took play calling, say that forward, rights away from him about mid-season because he kept wanting to play the same plays over and over again. And they just weren't working. We were getting crushed. But it seemed like every time Campbell handled the play calling, we won. So that's awesome, Venture. That's really cool. I think it's funny now. People are getting big mad that uh, liberals are calling Maduro the president of Venezuela. We kidnapped the president of Venezuela. But like every other person, including Venezuelans that have commented on my post, they're like, he's not the legit president, wasn't the legit president. So I'm like, okay. I knew that, but apparently a whole bunch of liberals needed to be taught. Oh, that's awesome, Benjer. So you were good at it. I played baseball as a kid too. As a kid, um, I was the best hitter. And I remember this one day, like, I was pinch hitting for somebody, and I hit a line drive, and it went back and hit the pitcher square in the nose and knocked her flat on her back. I felt so bad. Oh, Avenger. I used to be fast too. Once upon a time. I can still catch though. Mm. There's protests in Minnesota. I swear these people get paid to stand out there and do nothing all day. You could tell all their signs are like factory printed and they all match. You ain't doing that shit on your own and you ain't doing it for free. I love it. They call them spontaneous protests. Except obviously the whole world knows they're going to happen online before they ever happen. Because people are like trying to organize and make it obvious. But like with the way that the mayor talked about ICE yesterday, telling him to get out of the effing state, and then Walls, the way he talked about them, they expect it to get any better when they're just inciting their citizens to be violent towards ICE and any other law enforcement. Hopefully, they never make a new movie, Trey. Yeah, yep. Yeah, but just because ICE is there. What happened, Missy? Hello. If you guys aren't 18, yeah, you gotta go. No, Trey, who? Oh, that's not no good, Missy. You might have to go get it checked out. Good, then get out of my chat because you don't belong here. I already said if you're not old enough to be here, you need to go. 18 and up, period. Boy, you're lucky. My main mods. Well, my mods are in here. So keep talking shit. I've got one mod in particular that you really won't like. And for the record, let's see here. With your silly ass. Oh, look, 2 subscribers and no videos. And you're going to talk shit about me? Hi, True Q. It's good, Missy. I'll mod you, but he can stay. It just cracks me up that he thinks he can say shit about my channel when he ain't even got an existent channel. I don't post like a lunatic either. I have a channel that works. Otherwise, I wouldn't have subscribers, dumbass. Good morning, Senate. How are you? Okay, then get the fuck out of my room. I don't give a shit about your pronouns, to tell you the truth. You're either a him or a her. And since you're a fucktard, I'll point that out. Hey, Venger. Okay, ma'am or sir, you can leave now. Pronouns. That's hilarious. I don't care if you're a they, their, it, she, he, wannabe. I don't give a fuck. Well, here. Yeah, exactly. My pronouns are fuck you. How about that? Those are my pronouns, and if you got a problem with it, you can leave. I'm good. Your pronouns are never mind. Fucktard. Those are the pronouns I'll give you. Fucktard. Those are the ones you'll keep. Like, give it a break. Nobody asked you to come in here and stick your nose where it doesn't belong. Get a damn life. Holy fuck. Go for it, Missy. Just boot them. Don't even time them out. Him. Boot him, since it wants to be so right about pronouns. Thank you, Venture. There we go. People. Soda is the name. Oh. And like, what was this person like too? They got a fucking scribbling picture on their page. Looks like it was drawn by a little tiny kid. It's like, seriously. Yep, that's what needed to be done. Oi, oi, oi. People. Well, Zombie's gonna be upset. She didn't get to eat. uh, some people sometimes they do it because they think it bothers you. But what they don't realize is they're actually just giving you views and watch hours, especially the longer you keep them in. I think 90% of trolls knew that they were actually helping the person they were trolling. They probably think twice about it. Hey, Battle. No, Battle, Missy's dog injured her. It knocked her legs out from under her and she fell. Yeah, her dog knocked her legs out from under her. How are you this morning? Okay, hold on. Let me look again. Oh, her and her husband's dog. Yeah, it was her and her husband's dog. Well, yeah, because in China they'll just lock you up and throw away the key. Look at how what happened to Hassan Piker when he went there and he was trying to be all friendly and oh how communism's all good and they took his fucking phone from him and made him erase everything he was recording. And then he tried to say, "Oh, but it was for the best of their safety." It's like, no, that's called communism. Exactly. Yeah, Missy, I understand that feeling. So, well, I do have this little building block kit that I might endeavor on. Thing is, the pieces are tiny. So, yeah, I know, Battle. I know. Well, sure, it's cool, except the fucking government could come and take everything you own if they don't like what you're doing. Put you in a camp, to a re-education camp. That's also bad. Yeah, Missy. Yep, yep, you are. Sorry, but I'm not going to have anybody telling me how to live my life. They still do. What do you mean used to? They still do. It's just a higher number of kids now than it was back then. I think back then, back the day, they were only allowed to have two kids, and they've upped it from there, but they still do. Like, no, you couldn't even pay me to walk back into a hellhole like that. Yep. Well, of course. Limit the amount of babies that your race can have and see how fast your race goes out of extinction. Or is extinct. Makes no sense to me. Yep, of course. That's that's communism. I mean, I don't understand why people don't understand how that works. There's some places where people are still making like 13, 14 cents a month to take care of their families. Yeah, I know, battle. I know. But yeah, China's no. Like, you'll never convince me that we need anything like this. Yeah, she made the choice. Nobody else could make that choice for her. Apparently, not even her wife, that was standing outside the car recording the whole situation for some reason. Well, sure. Like, we need, yeah, I don't disagree with that at all, but that don't come with the right for the government to take your property or land on a whim if they want to. I mean, they try that now, but it hardly ever works with big corporations. But no, it's the land of the people who bought it and pay for it. It's not the government's land. Look at, well, yeah, communism. It should be one way, but it's not. Yeah, I understand that battle, but I've seen people had that snatched right from them for no reason whatsoever. Okay, Missy. Yeah. So, boy. So, I could say that China ain't as bad as it used to be. But they're still meddling in affairs that they shouldn't. Oh, another new phone. Well, yeah, they try to, but like, still, if China was all sunshines and smiles and a great place to live, there would be no Chinese people anywhere else in the world except for China. Well, sometimes they do it, and sometimes they don't get away with it because people actually stand up to them and do something about it. It's not written into our Constitution that they can do that. In China, it's a guarantee that they can do that because they have nothing stopping the government from that right. So I know what you're saying. Like, I get it, they do it here, but like, that's the shit we're trying to get away from until it's paid off. Then it's private and nobody could touch it. You're right. But until and once you pay off that land, it becomes private and it's yours. No, not bullshit. Not. Just look at it, a few of the last Supreme Court rulings on the situation. So, yeah, you do have to own the minerals, right? Yeah, yeah, but even with intimate domain, unlike China, if the government's going to take intimate domain, they have to offer you a fair price on your property. They can't just say it's mine and I'm going to take it. They have to offer you uh, as protected by the Fifth Amendment, this power allows public projects but can be controversial with debates, but it's still fair. You have public use and fair payment, which means they have to pay you. So even if they claim public domain, it's not like China where they can just come in and rip this shit from you in your stock. They actually have to offer you a fair price in return. And I know a guy right now in Missouri where they're trying to run, is it is it Missouri or Minnesota? One of the states, they're trying to run power lines right through his farmland, and it's designated farmland, and he's in court right now fighting it. There's an accident somewhere. So, but yeah, they could claim, you know, he lives there. Battle. It says he lives there, but the thing is, the part that they want to take cuts straight through where his animals are. It would take out all the area, all of his animals. And that's how he makes his money. So you can't lease out the part of your land that you need the most. And the shit of it too is wherever they're putting the power lines, they're not even going to affect the states that the power lines are in. They're for other states around them. So people are trying to figure out what they're going to get out of it. If they have to lose land for it to come through, what are they going to get in return? Because they don't even get to use any of the electricity. I've been watching this unfold in the Senate for the last couple weeks. People are not sitting down and taking it quietly for sure. There's two different states that it's supposed to run through, and I don't know. I'm sure they'll figure something out in the end, but people are not happy about it. That's just like the people in here in Michigan aren't happy about the fact that they're going to build what do you call them? The center where they hold all the data for the internet. Can't think of the name off the top of my head right now, but uh, north of here, people are pissed that they're taking land to do that. So they're like, we don't want that here. I could see, like, maybe if it was bringing jobs, or, they were just taking little pieces of property instead of, like, trying to take the whole thing. And people could, like, lease it out like they do for cellular towers or windmills, if they even do them anymore. They get paid to have that shit on their land. So, like, don't take my property, but if you want to pay me to have something on it, I might agree to that. If you're going to, like, come in and cut my property in half and think you're just going to give me a little payment for it, yeah, I wouldn't do it either. Okay. Because I know where my godparents used to live. They had a big pig farm. and that got bought for a road project. So I smoking a cigarette first. Okay, that's what I was waiting for. Yeah, but this is more for like properties that business owners own and shit, not public people. This is like, yeah. Yeah, and I get the difference between that's cool, Missy. I get the difference between the two. But honestly, nowadays, who's using the SSN versus who's using the EN? So, but yeah, uh, it would depend on what time I see. I don't know because I have to go out. Normally, I'm not even live this long in the morning, but we got yapping. So, send me an email and let me know what time, and I'll let you know if I can do it. So, but I guess I ought to quit yapping and get off here so I can go get shit done. I might stream again tonight for makeup to make up for yesterday, considering yeah. Yeah, I know that. I already knew that. Hello, sunshine. I know how trusts work. Uh Battle. I know exactly how trusts work. Yeah, I know. Yep. I know because I've seen plenty of. Okay, Missy. Yeah, I know. I understand that. But most people, I'm happy, Keith. Most people who buy property nowadays, in most cases, buy it outright. Well, I couldn't own land if I wanted to. I mean, I'm sure I could, but I wouldn't own it, own it. I know that for a fact. So, so, yep, that's fine. Oy. All right. I better run out and do what I have to do real quick. Give me about an hour, Battle, and then call me, please. So, yeah, give me about an hour, please, because I have to go out for a few. Okay. Yep, I'm okay. All right, Adeline, give me a call. I'm gonna get off here and I'll talk to you guys probably tonight. Love you guys.